Good morning, class. I'm going to go over sequences. This is EOC review number 7. Let me share my screen. All right. So here it says, number 1, the following question, well, number 1, the table below shows the cost of the pizza based on the number of toppings. This is my X and this is my Y. My cost is dependent on the number of toppings. Okay, toppings. All right, so I'm going to write this as an equation. I know it's a linear equation because it's going up by a constant rate of change. You can tell that there's not a number that's being multiplied to get to the next number. And in most cases, in situations like this, it's not going to be, the price is not going to go up and then back down. Okay, so it's not going to be a parabola either. So this is more than likely a linear function. So let's clear our calculator. Second plus 712, second plus 712. Okay, and I'm going to type these numbers in, go to stat, go to edit, and we're going to type our X values in L1. So that's 1, enter, 2, enter, 3, enter, and 4, enter. Or you can press the down arrow to go to the next line. Go over. This is $12, enter, $13.50, enter, $15, enter, and $16.50, enter. Okay, so after you type those numbers in, you're going to go to stat, then you're going to go over to calculate and go down to number 4, lean reg. Okay, you're going to press enter here, and this gives you the equation. Y is equal to, this is my A, this is my M, my slope, and this is my B, my y-intercept. So this is what I get here. All right, so I'm going to see which of one of these is the correct answer. I can eliminate, look, eliminate this one, that's nothing like it. Eliminate this one, that is nothing like it. And this one either, because this is 10, this is nothing like it. So the only answer that could fit is this one. So make sure by simplifying it. So when you simplify, distribute this to both numbers in the parentheses and then combine like terms, and you'll see when you do that, when you combine like terms, you will see that this is going to be your answer here. So A is your answer. Okay, A is your answer. All right. It says the sequence below shows the number of trees a nursery plants each year. So look at this sequence. Okay, the numbers are going up extremely fast, so more than likely it's an exponential function. Let's see what number can be multiplied to give you the next number. We'll work backwards, divide backwards. So start with 8. Do 8 divided by 2. 8 divided by 4, sorry, is going to give me that 2. So let's do, we could have done, go this way. We could have did 32 divided by 8, working backwards, and that would give you 4. So as you can see, well, I don't know why I did that. I did it right the first time and then tricked my own self. 8 divided by 2, and that gives you 4. So do you see how it's going to be, you're going to be multiplying by 4 to get to the next number. So here it says, which formula could be used to determine the number of trees the nursery will plant next year? Okay, if the number of trees planted this year, your now is known. Okay, so this is a next now equation. We talked about this before. Okay, so you're starting at, your first number is starting at 2. Okay, you're starting at 2. And then your next is equal to whatever your now is. Your current now is 2. And what are you doing every single time you get to the next number? You're multiplying by 4. So this is your next now equation. And this is what they have here. This is saying you're going to multiply whatever your now number is by 1/4. No. This is saying you're going to multiply by 2 and then add 4. No. This is saying you're going to add 6. No. So your answer is going to be A. All right. Number 3, there are originally 4 trees in the orchard. Each year, the owner plants the same number of trees. So every single year, the owner plants the same number of trees. In the 29th year, there are 178 trees in the orchard. Which function can be used to determine the number of trees in the orchard in any year? All right, so you start off with let's see, the original amount is 4. It's 4. And each year they're gonna plant the same number of trees every single year. So if you're planting the same number of trees every single, it's going to be a linear function, okay? It's going to be linear. In the 29th year, so that means n is equal to 29, there were 178 trees in the orchard altogether. Okay, so look at this. All right. So this is going to be, this is my, this is, wait a minute. We're looking for the 29th term in the list. Our Y value is going to be, or our total or final amount is going to be 178. Okay, so you start off with 4 trees. So your B is 4. Okay, so this is how you do this. Your B is 4. So Y equals MX plus B. That's what I would use. And substitute this point. You could, well, you got B, really. So you got, and you got Y, really. This is 178. M is missing. X is going to be this 29 plus B. Okay, and B is 4. Sorry. So now, in order to solve here, this the first thing you do is get rid of the. So this is going to be 178. So this is 174 is equal to 29. So it's equal to 29 M. Divide both sides by 29. 174 divided by 29. And that's 6. So my slope is 6. So this is my y-intercept and this is my slope. Okay, so this is my answer here. Slope is 6 and y-intercept is 4. And there's tons of ways you could do this, but this is what I decided to do. Now you could substitute these values in to see which one is actually going to work, but I just decided to that I thought that it'd probably be easier just to substitute the information you have in this slope intercept form to figure out what your M is. Okay, and you can do that multiple ways. Okay, so the sequence below shows the total number of days Francisco had used the gym membership at the end of the weeks 1, 2, 3, and 4. So it's week 1, 2, 3, and 4. All right, so this is the number of weeks. This in week 1, the total was 4. In week 2, the total is 9. In week 3, the total is 14. And in week 4, the total is 19. So here's what you could do here. You type this into the equation to see, type this into the calculator to see what the equation is. So you can use linear regress. Okay. All right, so we go again, 2nd plus 7, 1, 2. All right, and I know it's a linear function because you're adding a number to get to the next number. And what are you adding here? You're adding 5 to get to the next number. So you know your slope is really 5. You know that because you're adding 5 to get to the next number. Now, this is your first number, but what's your 0 number? Work backwards. So if you go backwards, instead of adding 5, you're going to subtract 5, and that will give you a -1 for your starting number. So if you want to do it like that, that's fine. But if you don't know how to do this part, don't know how to figure out what your starting number is or what your slope is, type it into the calculator. You go to Stat, Edit. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we have 4, 9, So you type the numbers in the calculator under stat. Okay, stat is right there. Then after you type your X values in L1, your Y values in L2, and this is your Y because your total days it's going to depend on whatever week number it is. Okay, so go to stat, calc, lean reg, and press enter. And you see here, this is my slope, this is my y-intercept. So that's how I get B as my answer. What is the sequence, okay? All right, so look at this. You got the numbers are going up, okay? The numbers are going up here. It says, which function can be used to determine the nth number? Okay, so again, you are writing a linear equation. All right, so how is it going up? It's going up by 2, so you know your slope is 2. Okay, so let's work backwards. This is my first number, second number, third number, fourth number, but we don't know what our starting number is. We just know the first number. So work backwards. If you're adding 2, subtract 2 to get this number right here. So when I subtract 2, because I'm working backwards, this gives me 8. Okay. This gives me 8. So my B here is equal to 8. All right, so that's how I get my answer. But if I don't know how to do that, then I can write my table. This is my X, this is my Y, okay? The whatever the term in the list is going to be my X, and the actual number is going to be my Y. So when I type that into my calculator, again, second plus 712, I get stat, edit, and I type these numbers in my calculator. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, and then I have 10, 12, 14, and 16. Now I go to stat, calc, lean rig, and there's my answer right there. Okay. Slope is 2, y-intercept is 8. This is my answer. All right. Please make sure that you show your work and submit your submit it. Okay. Have a great day.